Are you willing to trade this Michael Carter Gold Standard RPA for a $25 PlayStation gift card and a $5 Dunkin' Donuts gift card since I don't have a credit card? Welcome back to the Football Card Quest. My name is Andy, and today we are going to be doing some live mail opening, talking about the purchasing process, some in-depth analysis around the players that I chose to buy and the specific card and the price point that I bought in at, and we're going to be talking about some gem rates, and by the end, we're also going to share the best flips of the week from the Football Card Quest community, so let's dig in. Alright guys, I can't thank you guys enough for all your support on your quest. Thanks to you guys, the last top 10 players going up video we put out every Monday of the season got over 1,000 views already with over 40 thumbs up. Thanks to you guys kick ass. Alright, first package here, we have a PSA 10 Jordan Love Phoenix Fireburst. And the Fireburst is actually a fairly popular card from 2020. And what's so interesting about it, I'll tell you in a second after we talk about Jordan Love and why I bought this card. Why? Well, because he plays for the Green Bay Packers. He's a former first-round draft quarterback going into a contract year behind the depth chart of Hall of Famer Aaron Rodgers, who had a very shaky middle of the season this season in 2022. There were a lot of rumors that they were going to bench Rodgers for Jordan Love. They missed the playoffs, but their playoff hopes stayed alive until the end of Week 18. Barely lost to the Detroit Lions. But a lot of people could say, man, they could free up so much money by dealing Rodgers this offseason and starting Jordan Love. Or maybe they could get a pretty good price for Jordan Love. Last time Jordan Love started for the Packers in a meaningful way was when Rodgers got injured about halfway through the game against the Philadelphia Eagles in Week 12. And Jordan Love stepped in and did everything right, guys. Did everything right. Narrowly lost that game. And so there is very much a lot of Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers feels with Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love, and rumors lead to hype. And so with the free agency and draft hype cycle coming up after the Super Bowl, there could be some very big news about Jordan Love by draft time. And that could lead to an incredible amount of hype because the Green Bay Packers have a very large fan base, a very big market, not geographically speaking, right? Green Bay is a very small town in Wisconsin, but this football team basically created that town. They have streets named after it. They have a massive fan base around the entire country. Their social media following is in the top half of the league. And when I look at Jordan Love's graded card market, you can see some of these cards are actually up a little bit. You'd be surprised to compare this to the market of Tua Tagovailoa. You'll find that he's got about the same prices. And look, the Phoenix Fireburst is actually his second most sold card in the past 30 days. If we zoom out to a 6-month chart, you can actually see an uptick there. This was around the time that Jordan Love had that spot start, the second half against the Eagles, and the rumors were swirling. So once we get to March, April, do you think the rumors are going to slow down? No. So when I look at this chart, zoom out, also look at the pop of this card, 724. The nines is only 495. So when you take all the Phoenix Fireburst cards that were submitted to PSA for grading for Jordan Love, he has a very high PSA 10 rate. So that also leads to an opportunity for raw cards. And if I want to sort and look at what the buy it nows are going for, I'm seeing buy it nows going for as recent as December 30th for $40. So that begs the question, how much did I pay for this card? And I sniped this card in an auction on a live stream for $21.52 with the $4.50 shipping, couple dollars of tags. I was like $28 out the door. And with a buy it now as recent as December 30th for $40, that presents immediate profit in the card, but I do understand that with a pretty big hype spike and with this being a PSA 10 grade, that's the thing, guys. If you're going to target more base cards or cards from maybe lesser desirable sets, although this Phoenix design is nice. It almost has like a dragon scale background, and the most important thing about this, it does have that RC shield. It's got pro uniforms and pro logos, and then it's also in a PSA 10 grade if you're targeting liquid, aka popular, aka highly sold base cards, then you want to get them in a PSA 10 grade if at all possible, or maybe a BGS 9.5 or an SGC 10 or 9.5. But everything below that is going to be about equivalent of a raw, and with a Phoenix having about a 75% chance of getting that PSA 10, I would recommend you buy the raw card, submit it to get the 10, and then you add value, because the quality of the PSA 10 with this card and all those rookie elements could be a potential $100 upside. If we go and look at some of the other guys in the draft class and what their Panini Fireburst PSA 10 cards are trading at right now. Tua's has a current trend of $50. Justin Jefferson's has a current trend of $100. And this just gives us an idea of a floor and ceiling for this card. The T. Higgins right now is even a trend of $34. And lastly, right now, the Justin Herbert has a trend of $91. With a 52-week high of 700, but if we were to extrapolate an average out of that, zoom out for the whole year, we're looking at about $150, $170 before he plummeted throughout the season. But we'll see what he does here in the playoffs and how that affects. You can see there was a transaction there, $135, most likely to buy it now, $159.99 to buy it now last week on Jan 5th. So by going through that process, I can determine that I found myself quite a good deal and a card that's going to look good on my wall in the interim while it's listed on eBay in a buy it now format for about $100 to $150. Next package. Here we got a big thick package with the 3M tape on the outside. All right, let's cut this bad boy open and see what we got. I think I know what this is. I don't think I actually paid any monetary money for this card, but I did have to put something on the line. And we're going to talk about this because we have a new card versus card game in our Discord server that you can get access to at patreon.com/footballcards amongst the web app that you just saw me access to go through that comping process. So definitely want to check that out. Patreon.com/footballcards. If you're interested, let's see what we got here. Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. So we got the Joe Burrow canvas rated rookie. Absolutely be looking to list this and see what I could potentially sell it for. I know right now the raw ones are going for about $40, kind of like the short print variation of base Donruss here. And of course, Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals are favorites in the playoffs. I mean, a favorable matchup against Baltimore this weekend, but Joe Burrow, he's just so good under pressure, so good at processing information, making decisions. He's nothing special athletically, but he's just very accurate. He's a great leader and an absolute wizard at processing information in clutch situations. So I think he is a pretty good favorite to make it back to the big game. He's also got very good experience in beating Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs at that current #1 seed. So be very interesting. Love to watch the Bengals storyline this offseason. They are without starting offensive linemen Alex Kappa and Lyle Collins, which were big improvements to the O-line before coming into this past season. That makes you a little concerned. However, I still think with one of the best wide receivers in the league in Jamar Chase and one of the second best wide receivers in the league, T. Higgins, then you add in Tyler Boyd and Hayden Hurst and a solid running back in Joe Mixon, that they definitely have the offensive firepower, and the defense is playing pretty good as well. Definitely, I won this actually. This is from my good friend Jets Crazy 87. Won this in a bet during the Week 17 game, Jacksonville versus the New York Jets, or Week 16 rather. Week 16, Jacksonville versus the Jets on Thursday Night Football. He's a massive Jets fan. You had Zach Wilson starting in that game against Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars took him down. That was when Zach Wilson was benched for Chris Streveler. I had to put up a Breece Hall Silver XRC and the bet, and I won this card, so I appreciate it. You're a good man of your word there, Matt. And what's this? He sent me an Allen Robinson 9 auto 10. Old A-Rob, man. I made so much money on Allen Robinson rookie cards in 2020, only for him to totally bust out on Chicago in 2021, and then totally turn into a dust ball moving to the Rams in 2022. That whole team just totally crumbled from the Super Bowl hangover, and then the variety of injuries to all levels of that team. including Matt Stafford, Allen Robinson, Cooper Kupp, and more. All right, next package, and check this out. Someone fabricated a package out of cardboard box here and a ton of packing tape. As long as the card is protected, and this is absolutely going to protect the card, definitely, it's definitely advantageous to package your card with some form of cardboard protective. That keeps it pretty rigid, keeps it from being bent, potentially smashed. It's also smart to include some type of bubble wrap around that, especially for, you know, cards over $20 whenever you're charging a buyer that's $3 or $4 for bubble mailer with tracking. You should absolutely find some type of scrap cardboard to protect your card in, you know, with painter tape around that. Look at that. I mean, this thing is heavily wrapped up tight, baby. All right, let's see what we got in here. This is not bubble wrap. It's like more cardboard, like almost like parchment paper or something with a bunch of that. Man, this sucker is wrapped up tight, let me tell you guys. Woo! All right, we're down to the third inner package. Still working on it. Don't forget to leave a like on the video if you like this content and you like this guy's packaging. Finally we got it. Whew. The Mississippi Mustache Mania man right here, Gardner Minshew II, would be proud of that packaging. Packed it like a stud.
Looks pretty good on you, so yeah, all right.
Triple package for ultimate protection here, this base prism. PSA 10 though, that's what's important here. I think Gardner Minshew is one of the premium quarterback free agents heading into this offseason. Back up behind Jalen Hurts on the Philadelphia Eagles. Played really good in the first spot start he had this year for the Eagles. In the second one, he did okay, but even in his bad game, he still threw the ball for 257 yards. You know, this guy can sling it, man. He's got no fear. He was also a legend in college. I'm a big fan of the Mississippi Mustache, and once again, if I'm targeting base cards, I'm absolutely going to get this guy in his PSA 10 condition. His dynasty stock is up. He finished as the QB5 in fantasy in week 16 against the Dallas Cowboys for that start. And he is an unrestricted free agent this offseason. He could garner interest from QB-needy teams like the Jets, like the Colts. And I absolutely want to continue to stash him in my collection when I can get Prism PSA 10s for $15, guys. $15, sniped it in an auction. And the Prism is his most highly sold card the past 30 days. It's got a current trend of $19, an average of 28, and that's because it spiked back whenever he got that spot start. You can see it actually spiked up to $97. The gem rate on this card also very high. Notice that, almost 2,000 10s compared to just 966 9s and only 31 8s. So absolutely another opportunity here for a card that has a very high gem rate. And so basically I'm looking at this card with a potential high of around $100 like that Jordan Love if we get some very positive news about a starting job for him this upcoming free agency draft hype cycle. And he's still very young, so like Jordan Love, they're both going to have a lot of time and they have some clout for their own reasons that could drive quite a bit of hype at their young age. Now, it's time to share with you guys some of the best flips of the week from members around the community. So our guy James88 did make this deal here for the PlayStation and Dunkin' Donuts gift card in exchange for the Michael Carter. Absolutely hilarious. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment. What is the wildest thing that you have ever traded a card for or received an offer for on eBay? Chad Dyer bought this playoff Josh Dobbs auto rookie for $15 on December 29th and flipped it for $50 in week 18, January 7th. Very nice flip, Chad. Way to take advantage of that quick flip hype. Another one from James here. He bought this Drake London Silver XRC for $20 on Wednesday, December 21st. Very nice snipe here from an auction. $20 Silver XRC on a card that is a short print insert in the hobby product from 2021. Drake London, the first wide receiver taken in this past draft class. Very talented. Just needs a quarterback, guys. Well, he already sold it Monday, January 2nd for $45. Great flip there. That's about what they normally go for. So another great example of sniping a nice rare young player rookie card in auction. Turn around, flipping it in a buy it now. Great photo too there. Look at the lighting on that photo. Love it. Great job, James. Boggy bought this 2014 Panini Prism Gold. Believe it's gold. Well, it's one of the short print parallels, 33 out of 75. Rookie auto. Jerick McKinnon. The guy been getting all the receiving touchdowns for that #1 AFC team, the Kansas City Chiefs. $5.50. Jerick McKinnon, typically a veteran running back sleeper, having an incredible heater here at the end of the season. Maybe he goes into the playoffs. How much do you think Boggy flipped this card? He bought this in January of 2022. Well, buyer paid, shipped out by January 10th. He sold it for $35, including the buyer paying $4.95 for shipping. So that's a lot of overhead. Very nice flip there. On a 7X, take out the fees. Man, the guy's making 6X on the card. Great flip there. Yeah, and it was advertised as it is a gold. Another one from James here. Man, what an incredible snipe here. A 2X rookie ticket auto lot of A.J. Dillon here. Bought for $27. James turned around almost instantly from November 27th here. Gotta love that ending time. That's great for buyers. Sniped this in auction for $27. Turned around and flipped it for $69. Great job, James. And guys, don't forget to go mining at your local card shop and local card shows, which is a big goal of mine in 2023. Chad got this back in week 2 at his local card shop for $23 and has now turned around and sold it here just yesterday for $74.95. DK Metcalf going up against the 49ers this weekend in the playoffs. We got a rookie auto here from Absolute with a sticker auto. 17 out of 35 though. Beautiful card. 75. Love it. Great flip. Very interesting. So Chad also said don't discount antique shops. He actually bought this Calvin Austin III, who hasn't had any role this year for the Steelers, but he does have some athletic juice. He's an interesting prospect, and the Steelers have been known to draft good wide receivers. So it'll be interesting to see how this young man's career develops, but he is a rookie, and this is an Origins out of 49 with a sticker auto. Calvin Austin III. Got this at an antique shop for $6. Turned around and flipped it for $20. Great job, Chad. So you can see it has a lot more to do with a specific player and the card, the price point you get in at, than the actual players in the playoffs necessarily right now. So some of those are, some of those aren't. But you can see that your horizons can be pretty broad right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something. If this made you think of any questions, put them in the comment section below. And I will see you guys in that next video. Have a great Super Wildcard weekend. We'll see you Monday with the top players going up, the teams advancing, the initial reactions. Peace.